This is exciting. I was at my friend's birthday party. She was wearing a tight leather dress. She looked gorgeous, but her boyfriend, who's stupid, told her that she needs to suck in her stomach. You don't say that to a woman, right? That is the worst possible thing you could say to a woman, especially on her birthday. So what happened? Of course, they had a giant fight. He sat at the bar alone. She stormed off in a huff, and nobody had sex that night. Except for me, because I went home by myself. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I'm surprised you were willing to touch that hand. I'm kidding. I use this hand. The thing, I am single. I always try different things, different looks. Like I've always been a brunette my whole life. I've had brown hair. Then I heard that blondes have more fun, right? She's looking at me like, not tonight, bitch. So, a few weeks ago, I dyed my hair blonde just to see what would happen. I'll tell you, one night I'm sitting on a bench with my new blonde hair. Some guy comes over to me. He goes, "How much, honey?" "How much for the night?" I'm like, dude, I am not a hooker. Ugh. But thank you. Thank you so much. So, you know, we were talking over the price, and it is hard to be single in New York City, so I did online dating. Online dating is annoying because people lie online all the time in their profile. They lie about what they look like, what they do for a living, and when you meet them, it's a whole different picture. I was talking to this guy online, true story. He told me he was 5'10". Then I met him in person. That turned out to be his weight. You see a lot of really weird things in New York City. This is famous. You see weird things in New York City. Some of you guys are staring at me like, we're looking at a weird thing right now. I was at a restaurant. There was a guy sitting there wearing 3 separate necklaces with a giant cross on each necklace. Now, even the Pope doesn't wear 3 giant crosses, right? So you gotta think, you gotta wonder, all right, if you're wearing 1 giant cross, you're religious, you're Christian, God bless. If you're wearing 2 giant crosses, you're religious, you're Christian, and you're probably afraid of vampires. If you're wearing 3 giant crosses on 3 separate necklaces, like you're trying to overcompensate for something, right? You're trying to cover something up. You're a Jew. And just for the record, I sat there and I observed him. And he did pack up a doggy bag, including the ketchup bottle. So there you go. I was raised by a single mother. My grandma was around all the time. She helped raise me. She was like a father to me, you know. She even had the beard. Now she's really old and I call her up to ask her how she's doing. All she ever wants to do is tell me about the weather for some reason. I guess there's nothing else going on. Call her up. She lives in Florida. I'm like, Grandma, how are you? Well, it's like 82 degrees outside. Very sunny, a little windy, but that should clear up tomorrow. I'm like, Grandma, I don't care about the weather report. You know, how are you doing? She goes, I'm 95 years old. How the fuck do you think I am? I'm pregnant. She curses all the time, very tough old lady from the Bronx, you know. She's kind of like a cougar, right? But she's a Jewish cougar, so she's actually a jugger. And so then she wants to know how I'm doing. She's like, you're the one who's a comedian in New York City. I'm sure you must be dating all kinds of fascinating, interesting men. Tell me what's exciting with you. I'm like, oh, thanks, Grandma. It's like 73 degrees outside. She always made sure that I had a very high sense of self-esteem, though, and that's important, right? You gotta feel good about yourself, have a high sense of self-esteem. My grandmother always said to me, she goes, you know, you're not gorgeous, you're not beautiful, but you have a face. Thanks, Grandma. Now I know what to put on my profile for Match.com. Hi guys, are you looking for a girl with a face? I have been seeing a guy for a while, off and on for 2 years, and now he wants to take the relationship up a step, and he wants to exchange keys to each other's apartments, right? Which is sweet, you know, but I don't really know if I want him to have a key, because then he can just walk in at any time. And there are certain personal things that a girl does when she's alone that she just doesn't want her boyfriend to see. You know, private things, like tweezing your eyebrows, or bleaching your hair, or fucking somebody else. I'm kidding. I don't tweeze my eyebrows. Sorry, I keep spitting, by the way. That's disgusting. I can't help it. Every time I open my mouth to speak, spit just flies out of my mouth. Not that I don't swallow too sometimes, but it's because of the space. Oh, come on, it's a matter of convenience, really. It's the space between my teeth. Do you see the gap? Can somebody say yes? I can close my damn mouth, please? Giant gap. Now, veterinarians, they can look at an animal's teeth and they can tell exactly what happened with that animal, like family history, ancestry, everything, just by looking at their teeth. And the same is true for human beings, because we're animals too, you know? So what I did, I went to the vet, I had him examine my teeth. Listen, I don't have a dental plan, you guys. What do you want from me? Okay? I'm a comedian. We don't get benefits. I don't have anything. Do you see these pearls? Do you think these are real pearls? These aren't real pearls. These are chickpeas painted white. But at midnight, they turn into hummus, and that's pretty cool. I do watch a lot of political shows on TV. I want you to know I'm very political. I'm not just a whore, okay? I was watching Bill O'Reilly. This guy's a little anti-female. He said that he feels that women should never be in combat because they have no upper body strength and they get infections once a month. So he said that quote. Now, I don't know if you've seen this guy, but if there's anybody who looks like an infection with no upper body strength, it is Bill O'Reilly. Seriously, Google him. Like, not during my set, but during the next person. He said that women get infections once a month. He calls that an infection, ladies. Our monthly thing that we get. This. I don't know about you, when I get an infection, I take an antibiotic. When I get that once a month, I jump up and down and yell hallelujah. That's what I do. And don't look at me like you haven't been there, bitch. Come on. There's a new app that came out. It's a sex app. You download it on your phone, and you plug in the last time you had sex and whether or not you used protection. And then you look at it later and it reminds you. Now, if you need an app to tell you the last time you had sex and whether or not you used protection, you need protection, okay? Like, get out of the bar, stay off Tinder, get off the I don't need an app to tell me the last time I had sex. This is what I do, you guys, okay? I go on the date, right? The next day, if he doesn't call me, he doesn't call me the day after that, or the day after, if he's clearly not interested, then I know I had sex. I did go on a date recently. I want you to know, I went on a third date with an attorney. Thank you very much, an attorney. Thank you. I know. Some of you guys are shocked, aren't you? You didn't think I could do it, did you? Little 5-foot knee with an attorney. That's what happens when you get a DUI. You meet attorneys. All right, I'm Sheba Mason. Thank you very much.